You're the one they call Doge. Yes, it is I, the king of memes. I was created to defeat you. Dare if you try. One way to find out who the real true king of memes really is.
Enough! You are bound together forever! One day, Master Satoshi came to them and presented them a solution for unlimited power. The Shibadoge crate. They both got in. And now, forever, Shibadoge!
Oh yeah, baby. One of my all-time favorite skits. And such a freaking pleasure and honor to have Shibadoge in the house, guys. So you already know the moment y'all been waiting for the what? 3, 2, and 1 show! Woo! Let's go, baby, guys. Thank you for coming to the world famous Kid and Walter show. One and only, baby. So this is a great time right now in the market and more. And we're already starting to see what's been hot. All the FUD and the BS, man. But you know what? They already know there's nothing like DeFi and blockchain. And with further ado, baby, we got Shibadoge in the building. And it is going to be another bangity bang, bang, banger. So what's up, kid? How's everything, man? How do you see the whole market and everything playing out right now? Ready on the summer. Things are, coming where people think there's that summer sell-off. But I think right now, this is one of the most bullish times in blockchain and more, especially having the cycle coming right now and more on its way up. Let's fucking go. Kid Crypto, let's go.
Yo, man, it's been a fucking hell of a week, man, with all the bullshit with Binance, the SEC, a lot of fear in the streets, man. But like we always say, that's the time to eat. So we've been out there, we've been scooping up our legendary bags. A lot of really cool stuff going on. Dude, really happy to have Shibadoge in the building today. Really cool, seeing what they're up to. I bought a couple NFTs the other day, and yeah, man, I've seen a lot of movement from that. So seeing them build during the bear market has been super rad, and can't wait to see what's to come, from then. As you know, we got Refund in the building. We featured him last week as a standalone show. We had an all Refund show last week. It was a hell of a good show. A bunch of people from the community jumped up. We were all rapping, having a good time. This has been an absolutely huge project. Refund's been on the past 2 weeks, so we have them a third week because we believe we're heavily involved with their community, and they're going to be on as well. We have our good buddy Element from Shifu, which is really fucking awesome. It's a red panda logo. If you guys see him down there, they're looking to create their own cinema and what have you using their character and creating a crypto community that's, tied together with charity, saving the forest and their habitat, as well as putting together like a great cartoon and stuff for a community, which is super cool because I always, I love little animals, man, and supporting anything that's, doing charity for that is really, really cool. And of course, we have our boy from Cortex, Leo, that will be talking about Pepe domain. So if you guys want to get a .pepe, he's going to be giving you the scoop on what's to come and how they plan to innovate domains in a format that hasn't, been seen before. So it's really, really interesting what they're doing there, and really happy to have you on as well. But yeah, man, the market, we know it shit the bed the past week, man. It's rough. But at the same time, it was one of those moments, to where you could double down. You got a heavy discount. Honestly, I think we have a lot of info that's going to be coming out in the middle of the month. If they pause, interest rates, it could be pretty spicy for the market. So this is an area, a region that, on the macro was bound to touch, but it's holding pretty fucking good considering the black swan we have. So I still have a bullish onset to finish off the month, but, I'm open to any idea, with the markets. So I kind of take it one day at a time. But it's looking really good. I've got a lot of, positions I was able to double down on, when I felt like they were undervalued. So it's been a hell of a week, man. Having a lot of fun and really excited to kick this off.
You already know it, kid. You already know when I see all this FUD and all this bullshit coming on in the fucking with crypto and blockchain and DeFi. You already know I get super bullish. I get giddy. I'm like, woo-hoo-hoo. Here we go. This is a great time, and this is the time for us old-time veterans and OGs in game and trading and investing. We communicate and we tell everybody. We already know these are theatrics. Non-financial advice. You already see how it goes. The charting. So these are the times. You got that summer. Sell-off, cliche, stereotype. Then there's the FUD, and then there's a spike. Then there's a little bit down, and then there's a spike. And then, we already seen what's kind of going on in the sense that, we already know where the cycle's going. We've been there before. We're already about coming for that, half of the 4-year cycle and going on its way up. And, we've seen just a mass adoption that's happening everywhere around the world. Guys, regardless of what's going on, blockchain is not going nowhere. So do not let them get in your ears, in your fucking eyes or mind, whatever, your subconscious or conscious, whatever. Do not let them come and do that to you because you already know what's going on. And, man, let me tell you, man, I am super bullish today with this show. I got Shibadoge in the building. Woo! Got refund. One of the biggest projects in DeFi right now, Shaifu, one of the top alpha elements, top devs in the industry, and Pepe Domains. My man Leo, I'm actually wearing your shirt right now. Just know I'm wearing it. Yes, I did clean it a couple times after the Bitcoin convention. I wore it a couple times. My girl got one right now. She wore it the other day. I love it. But you already know, bring out old times. When we were there, one of the greatest times of my life, Leo, being in the Bitcoin convention and meeting you and you telling me about your project. But let's get it going, kid, with no time left because time is so precious, like always. Shibadoge in the building!
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm loving the energy on a Sunday morning, man. You guys got it going on here. I'm happy to be back. Obviously, shout out to the other Leo that's in here as well. It's my first time meeting you, my man, but my name is Leo as well. So we got 2 Leos in the house. I guess we're going to be causing some destruction today. We'll see what goes on. Hopefully you guys are all having a good Sunday so far. I know I am. I woke up. Actually, I spent like half an hour in the Starbucks drive-thru. That thing was moving real slow. I thought I was going to miss this. But happy to be here, guys. Obviously, the markets have been doing what the markets have been doing, but you guys have been touching on that for the past couple of minutes, and I want to chime in and just let everybody know, guys, the journey is always going to be rough. It's never going to be easy. The journey never ends, honestly, but the journey has its bumps. It's got its turns. It's got everything, right? So you just got to be prepared for what you're going in for. Obviously, right now it's a pretty tough time with all the mumbo jumbo going on, but it's just part of the cycle. This happens every few years. Some kind of FUD comes in, it becomes headline news for a few months, and then things get better, and then the cycle will repeat itself. So this isn't the last time we're going to see drama in the crypto industry, and it definitely is not the first time. So just take these opportunities for what they are, and they really are just opportunities for you to be able to make some calculated decisions on some things. You could probably buy some bags for a nice discount, or you can make some trades or whatever. So take every opportunity that comes your way. I want to kind of touch on what we got going on. July is going to be a pretty eventful month for us. Or Yeah, pretty much July is going to be a very eventful month for us. We obviously we're in June, but July we have some big things dropping. We have some new products coming out, and we have some. Obviously, we have the Armory coming out, and we have Shibadoge support for the third iteration of the NFTs, the bread NFTs. So that'll be coming out more than likely this month or the beginning of July. So keep your eyes open for that. But also, I've been talking about something really secret that we've been working on. And I'm not going to reveal all the secrets just now, but I'll come back on this show when it's time for me to have that announcement. But in July, we have another pretty big product coming out where it's going to be super exclusive. There's only going to be limited amount of people who are going to have access to it, and it's going to be like on the application based way that we do this. So more than likely, people are going to have to be approved to use the product. But I'll touch more on what it is when we get closer to the launch. Well, Crypto, how you guys been doing, man? How you guys been navigating through this market? Have you guys been making any kinds of plays here or there, or more or less just kind of drifting through and trying to piece together everything that's been going on?
Oh yeah, man. Honestly, it was an interesting time with the way the market, started off this year. And, obviously the Pepe project really led the charge, of a lot of projects that were considered in like the meme sphere, so to speak, or what have you, which was, after a year of, not a lot of new money entering the market, we saw a lot of money move, specifically back into DeFi as a whole. So I think it's been really interesting. There's been awesome projects like RFD that's, popped up that have like a really interesting story that's real compelling. So, I've seen, a bunch of hungry people in the community ready to build and to make things. And, that same spirit that we see in the bull market, I've seen glimmers of it where people are ready, coming into this next bull run. And I'm excited for everybody because this is the time where we accumulate. We look at the long-term vision, and I've full disclosure, I have legendary bags in Shibadoge because I'm a fan of what you guys are doing over there. None of this is financial advice. This is entertainment only. I'm not an expert in regards, but we like certain projects. We like, communities that do things and, continue to build and bring a good, brand to what's going to be a huge industry going into the next bull market. So I think it's key for a lot of these, big projects that have awesome devs and awesome people behind it, to collaborate and bring, a clean, experience to the newcomer. But yeah, man, that's been how I've been navigating it, man. Just sticking to like, projects like yourself, man, that have just really done some great stuff. And you guys, have been around and paid your dues. So, all the success that you guys are going to get, it's basically going to be a reflection of all that hard work and digging deep on like the worst days of the bear market.
100%, man. And that's the thing. Like, when I say this, I'm talking to all the creators out there of projects, of shows, anything related to crypto. A lot of people get really demotivated when things like this happen in the market, and they feel like it's the end of the world or whatever, and then they stop working and they stop building and they stop doing all these great things that we've been doing for so long. And I just want to let everybody know, guys, keep building. If you believe in it, keep building, keep doing what you're doing, because at the end of the day, if you have a project, if you're running a project, or if you have a community and the community follows you, they're going to feed off of the vibe that you give them. So honestly, keep working hard, keep believing, because like I said, this stuff comes and goes in waves, and it will be gone. Obviously, we're approaching the next Bitcoin halving pretty soon. So we'll see how that goes. But, historically, that's always been something that propels the crypto markets into the next level. So, you know, and until something changes, I'm going based off of that to kind of, you know, historically meet the timeline of what to expect with crypto. So, I mean, like you guys said earlier, there's mass adoption going on. Just because it's not in the news and just because people are not talking about that doesn't mean that's not the case. There are countries right now that solely rely on crypto for their payments, and they solely rely on crypto to actually make a living and put food on the table for their families. So there is a massive opportunity for global adaptation. It's just more or less just a patience game at this point. And I mean, you know, for us at our project, we do everything that we can to be family friendly and to be kind of, you know, acceptable to anybody who lays eyes on our project, because we don't want to kind of just seclude ourselves to one demographic. We obviously try to market ourselves to the whole world. And I think more projects should be like that. I think more projects should try not to target the niche audiences, but try to be more global. And the reason why I feel that way is because there's a big community of people outside in different countries and all over the world, actually, that have an interest in the things that you guys build. And just because we don't have connection with them, just because we don't talk to them, doesn't mean they're not able to discover us, and they're not able to do the research that everybody else does that you actually have contact with. So that's what we're trying, guys. That we're trying really hard to be global and international, and I think we have a pretty good array of people that are involved in the project, as far as people ranging from all ages, from all parts of the world. So we're doing good. We're actually growing. Still in the bear market, we're still growing. The pace has kind of dwindled down a little bit. It's not the same as it was a couple months ago as far as the growth rate. But the important thing is that the growth rate is still green, and we're still going hard. Obviously, there are some challenges that everybody is going through, and it's just a matter of getting creative, and it's a matter of just doing something unique and doing it a little bit differently than how everyone else is doing it, and you guys will be able to find success. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but it's a working formula, and it's something that we've been able to find success with. So, I mean, I'm just curious to see how things unfold in the next, 6 months. I would say is a pretty good timeline to get a good base on the market, to get a good base on kind of determining how the future is going to kind of propel our markets and our sector into the next phase of where we're at. So I'm honestly more bullish than ever, believe it or not. No matter what the sentiment in the market is, the technology is getting better and better, and I think that's the biggest selling point that we have in our sector, is what type of tech are we able to bring to the table with the crypto tokens that we already have on the table. And we're big fans of releasing products, and we're big fans of technology in general, and every year the tech gets better, so we're able to get more creative. We're able to put our workforce on different types of ventures and have them build out cool different things that we're able to test. And if we like them, we introduce it to our broader community. So, I mean, more or less, everybody just needs to be a little more creative, and I think we got this in the bag.
Oh yeah, I love it, guys. I'm over here just sitting by, and I'm ready to just jet off my balcony and fly. When I'm telling you guys, I'm more bullish than ever on our technology. I go to most of all the conventions and more, especially I'm here in Miami. This is like tech heaven, and let me tell you, the adoption that's coming, guys, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't let nobody get in your ears and tell you otherwise. This is going into medical records. That's going to be even on a whole nother grand scale. Then they're already talking about, integrating this in payment systems, and bankings. I'm hearing now when I'm talking real estate, people are starting to hoard Bitcoin because there's going to be loans on top of Bitcoin that people when I tell you guys, just understand that this is going to, happen regardless. It's, you see what's going on. Less, change is even out there. If you try to wait in lines and stuff, they're telling you that there's a coin shortage. Now they're telling you of banks. The other day somebody just messaged. Actually, today they messaged on one of my chats, and they explained that there was a certain amount of money you could take out of the banks. I think it was like $1,000 cash. So when I tell you guys, everything is pretty much going digital. Nobody's got time to wait for somebody to. Imagine if you waited in lines now, you have to wait for people counting their change, going back and forth. You get frustrated, and that's because you know too much, and you know what's coming, and you've been actually you've been pretty much, this has been going on for a while. People paying debit cards and cards, and we saw how faster it got. Then we saw the merge of Google Pay and Apple Pay, and right there where you just tap it. And now we're to the point where you can literally walk into stores like Amazon and just literally walk out of the store with the cards. Guys, come on now. I'm letting you know that this is gonna happen. And the fact that we're right at that pivotal moment that I call the greatest wealth of transfer is right when you see, everything just about to go parabolic. And I think we only got maybe about 1 or 2 years left really altogether to really get in this before it's going to be in a settlement time, and then it could be a correction, but as well as you see that the profits are not as crazy how it used to be. And the fact that they're doing this is because they were, that they saw what was going on. They saw that people were making too much money, and people were, it was changing people's lives, and they didn't like that. And they saw that people didn't need banking. They saw that people were extracting their money to go out to put into crypto, into blockchain technology, into meme coins. So right now that we're starting to see the most ever, that everyone's starting to see how bullish this meme projects are, projects that are on blockchain technology, this would not be better of a time not only to build, but to build your portfolio now. And this is not financial advice, of course, but I'm letting you know, guys, we're already seeing what's going on, and there's no stopping it. So I'm at the point now where, I tell kids, this is the accumulation stage, and we don't want to miss this out at all. So guys, the fact that we've been in crypto already and blockchain, about some of you guys been maybe 2-3 years in this. I've been knowing about Bitcoin and more since 2012 and 13, mining and such. We're at a pivotal stage where we're about to see the bubble just get a little bit more bigger and bigger so it can pop. And we saw that with the internet bubble. So ready, guys, no matter what, this technology is not going anywhere. In fact, we've already seen the fun part of it is learning who we're meeting from around the world, sticking together, building an actual, community that's going to one common goal. And that's what everything's all about, man. So there's not a better time, I think, right now for all of us to accumulate and more. What are you thinking, kid?
No, I totally agree, man. The power of community and people leveraging their energy, their time, their expertise. It basically it's almost like you're spawning a business, right? It's like an agreement between people that have a common goal of building value, within these type of projects, and that's why I believe in the space and the startup space, because it's really the people, that leverage their time and creativity to build these ecosystems, and that's one of the things I love about Shibadoge is, that they're constantly building, trying to innovate and create stuff as a community that's not only, tied into the crypto sphere as far as utility and stuff, but just like the creative fun side of just being a person, right? And, I've always enjoyed being around. The community is always super. They bring great spirits. They've built when things are up, they've built when things are down. And I really appreciate you guys coming and repping. We have much love for the Shibadoge community and what you're doing, Leo. So thank you, man.
Big ups, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm definitely going to be back here when we have our announcements for some of that other stuff I was talking about. So this isn't the last of me.
Oh yeah, I mean, and the fact that you guys are Shibadoge, creating the two biggest, meme projects in all of the world all together, making things happen, you know, you already seen what can happen more, when you actually come together, and the fact that Doge was the byproduct of that, and now now Shiba, took off to the next level. It just showed that when the power of community comes together, it just takes off. And it's all about what blockchain speaks of. And the fact that you guys have Shiba and Doge together, and both, man, that's what makes you guys truly unique. And you guys as well have more in your ecosystem as well, right? The burn, the reflections. What was? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, definitely, man. So our ecosystem is a growing ecosystem. I mean, we're continuously introducing new products and new SKUs to our arsenal. As of right now, we have the Shibadoge token project, we have the Burn token project, and then we also have 3 NFT projects: the Doge Army, the Shiba Army, and the Shibadoge NFTs. So it's continuously growing. We're actually going to be introducing a new product to the ecosystem pretty soon as well. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit more different than what we already have. It's not more or less going to be like a project. It's going to be what it is called, an actual product. So let me tell you guys a little bit about what the Burn project is. The Burn project was introduced to be one of the most deflationary projects that there is. It's actually on deflationary.com. We have the deflationary.com domain. As of right now, the Burn project is more or less kind of like in the consolidation phase while we're working on kind of rebranding and we're going to have like a grand opening, not a relaunch where we do a whole new token or anything like that. We're not doing that. Everything is going to be the same. But what we're doing is we're working around the original idea that we had for Burn, and we're going to reintroduce it and give it a grand opening, because we kind of had to modify the plan a little bit based off of how the markets were when we launched that project, and based off of how the markets are now and what the community sentiment and just our sentiment as well of how we feel about the project and how we feel it will be successful in the future. So we're going to be giving out a little bit of more details on the Burn project, within the next few weeks to a month or so. But regardless, I mean, the more important thing is that there are diamond-handed people in all of our communities, in Shibadoge, in Burn. They believe in what we're doing. We believe in our community. They believe in us. Obviously, we work very hard throughout the year to be creative and to actually build things. We may build something and it'll probably be the best thing in the world, or it may be a fluke and nobody likes to use it. But the important thing is we're continuously building new stuff. And the reason we do that is because all it takes is one banger, right? One banger. As long as you keep trying and keep putting things out there, that's how you're going to find success. And the chances of you finding success are a lot higher when you're continuously building new things and continuously introducing new products. The chances of you actually putting something out there that might change the industry becomes a lot higher than you just putting one thing out there. And if it works, good. If it doesn't work, you quit, right? So we're not quitters here. We actually built a lot of really cool stuff that changed the space in a way, whether it's mass adopted now or not. We have something that we introduced before anybody else, I think, but now you see a lot of people doing it. But we came out with dynamic NFTs. We have our armory coming out. Our armory is going to consist of different items and different wearables that people will be able to put on their NFTs, and their NFTs will be able to have modifiers to them. We have something called the War Zone, right, where you could deploy your NFT into the War Zone, and it's kind of like a game where it collects tokens for you throughout the season. Right now we're in season 3. So these wearables will pretty much dynamically be able to affect the way your NFT performs in the war zone. You know, it might perform better, it might perform faster or whatever. So that's something to look out for, and we'll have more details on that when the Armory comes out. The target release date for the Armory is this month, and if it doesn't happen this month, it'll happen like the first week of July. But that's our target release date, and we expect it to be pretty cool. Like, it's going to be more or less kind of something that is dynamic as well. The items that are introduced in the Armory are never going to be the same. They're always going to cycle off. They're always going to be different, and more often than not, it's going to be kind of like a very rare opportunity for people to like pick something up that they like, because like I said, if we have like a item on there one week, it may never come back again. So everything on there is going to be very limited, and we like the sense of putting things out there that are limited, because we look at everything through a telescope, right? We're looking like miles down the road when we're building something, and we ask ourselves, hey, do we want this to be just something that people talk about today and forget about tomorrow, or do we want this to be something that is kind of like imprinted in our history, where, you know, 5 years down the line, somebody looks back and says, hey, I want to grab that because that's something that came out in 2023, and that was the year where, you know, everything was pretty shitty for the crypto market, and it, you know, becomes a part of history. It's like memorabilia, and you know, we definitely want to create something that people can connect with, and I think everything that we put out there it is something that comes from the bottom of our hearts, right? Where we put our creativity and our work into it in a way where we want it to last, and we want it to be able to develop, and we wanted to be able to kind of curate in a way where it fits perfectly into what we've built. And I think the Burn token, the Shibadoge token, everything that we've built kind of really ties together in the history of crypto in a way where, you know, if you look back, you'll be able to like realize, hey, you know, Shibadoge was born in meme season. The Burn token was born in the part of the market where everybody was kind of really bullish on deflationary stuff, and you know, everything else is pretty how could I say it? It's tied in such a pretty cool way where you'll be able to identify each project and each product based off of its theme and its launch and everything. So we definitely work really hard to be able to give a persona, a image to these products, and not only just the name and just what we're about. We like to make everything about the community. We like to make everything about the project itself, right? Because at the end of the day, the two most important things are the health of the project, the success of the project, and basically everything about your community. As long as you take care of your community will take care of you, and your community is the one and only reason and the deciding factor if a project is going to be successful or not. And that nothing anybody says can change my mind on those two things.
Let's go, baby. Leo is going off, baby. I love it, man. Shibadoge, man. People don't really know. This is literally like a legacy project. You guys are well certified. You know, you guys are the market cap, what, 22 million market cap. I mean, you guys are at a point where, you know, this is that accumulation stage, and you guys are not going anywhere. Your community is strong, solid. I've seen it always 20, 30 people on the VCs when you guys have announcements and more. And, you know, I just seen, you know, you guys are very well developed. You know, you guys, you know, are organized, structured in a way where, you know, these people have been there before, you know, and they know how the market works. And the fact that you have a community like yours during the bull run, you know, this project is going to go, you know, I'm thinking 80, 100 million plus. And not financial advice, but I got my bag, man, because I already know where this is going. And, you know, you guys will be developing more. I know it. And you guys are, you know, veterans in DeFi. So, I mean, your community is one of those just rock star communities that you know they've been there. They have a culture. They're like, you know, like the Miami Heat, baby. They've been there, but they keep on going. They don't stop. Even though we're down 3-1, we keep on going. And you guys are on that way to just, you know, to reach a whole nother level, man. So, you know, I really appreciate you coming by, man. Shibadoge, man. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. You guys coming by, man. And I know what you guys have more coming. It's going to be like, you know, it's always going to be reinventing the wheel. I know people try to, like, see what you guys are doing next to figure it out, because I've been seeing you guys literally, you know, I've been the first of a lot of stuff. So keep on doing what you guys are doing, man. And, you know, this is, I think, the perfect time to hop in and DCA and, you know, say that you know, you didn't miss out on a legacy project that is well certified and is not going anywhere, man. So, man, just appreciate everything. You went on a badass motherfucking killer-ass tangent that told everybody more what's really going on. And, man, anytime you want to come back, we appreciate you. And we already know where this project is going. This is going to, like, all-time high levels. And I definitely want to, you know, help you and be part of that, man. So thank you, man, for coming by. And if there's anything else you want to let us know, man, before you go, or if you're going to listen in, man, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, look, the last thing I'll say is, if you miss Doge, that sucks. If you miss Shiba, that also sucks. If you miss Shibadoge, after everything that you guys have heard over the past 2 years, then I'm sorry to break it to you, but you suck. And that's pretty much the last thing I want to say.
Yo, thank you so much, Leo, man. We appreciate it. Always our pleasure having you come by. Likewise, man, good luck and good, you know, fortune in your, you know, future endeavors and what you're doing as far as your growth. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, brother. Much love.
Thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys having me. And honestly, I've been watching the way that your show has progressed over the past few months, and big props to you guys for being consistent, for bringing on you know, good people every week after week, and just doing something and sticking to it. There isn't many people out there that stick to their ideas and stick to their passion. So I just want to acknowledge that. You know, you guys are doing a great job, and just keep it up.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Leo. And I know we got 2 Leos over here, but don't worry, I'm like in Titanic. I'm like, do I pick Titanic, Leo, or do I pick Wolf of Wall Street, Leo? I don't know right now. My heart can't figure it out. But man, I really appreciate you for coming out, man. And this is, you know, something special. Me and Kid, you know, we've been trying to really talk about, you know, for the last about 1.5 years, 2 years. We really wanted something to be special and you know, create something that was gonna, you know, change DeFi and more, and speak the narrative of what's really going on. And the fact that we've literally had, you know, every top project, you know, having the #1 show on DeFi on Sundays, you know, it's a hard work in progress, but you know, we're not stopping. We're actually just getting started. You know, so there's no stopping in our heart, man. You know, we feel like we're just, you know, this is just the warm up to what's really going on, man. And someone like Shibadoge, that's literally just starting too as well. Like I tell you, man, this is the time to accumulate on your legacy projects, man. So Shibadoge in the building. It might stay in the building, but in the building. And appreciate you for coming by, Leo. And always, man, always a pleasure and an honor to, you know, to be one of the biggest projects that come out to our show in the beginning and more, man. And thank you for that, you know, those kind words. That means a lot.
Yes, sir. Keep doing what you guys are doing, man. And thank you again for having me. I'm gonna be muted. I'm gonna be listening in, but I'm just gonna be running some errands now, so I don't think I'll be back on the mic. But I'll be around listening for a little while.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man.
I never let go, Jack. All right, Leo.
You guys.
But yeah, man. But yeah, man. So yeah, Kid, brother. Who do we got next, baby?
Oh, you already know.